Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to read you a story written by Avis Akers. Avis Akers was a New Zealand author, and this was written a long time ago in 1955. Check and ask the person who's reading this with you how many years ago that was. Have you asked? It was 70 years ago. And the story is called The Adventures of Hutu and Kawa. And it's about the Kawa babies. Hutu and Kawa, two tiny Kawa babies, built a canoe with the help of Grandpa Kiwi and set off up the river to explore the forest. On the way, they make new friends and encounter the fearsome bush hawk. Hutu and Kawa build a canoe. A Kawa tree grew at the edge of the forest. At Christmas time, she had bright red flowers and was often called the Christmas tree. In it lived two tiny babies, Hutu and Kawa. One morning, Hutu thought of a wonderful idea. "Kawa," he cried, "let's build a canoe." "I think I know who would help us," said Kawa. "Who?" asked Hutu. "Grandpa Kiwi," replied Kawa. Grandpa Kiwi was dreaming when a knock sounded on his door. He poked his head outside. "What can I do for you today?" he squeaked. "We wondered if you'd help us build a canoe," said Hutu. "We want to go exploring up the stream," said Kawa. "Very well," said Grandpa Kiwi. "But beware of the bush hawk. Wear this always," he said, slipping a wooden whistle around Hutu's neck. "It is a magic whistle. If ever you are in trouble or danger, blow it 3 times. After many weeks, the canoe was finished. The forest folk gave the babies presents for their journey, and the birds gave them cloaks woven from feathers of many colors to keep them warm at night. Don't the feathered cloaks look pretty? Hutu and Kawa wear their beautiful, colorful cloaks woven from feathers from each of their bird friends. Red from kaka and parakeet, blue-black from Mr. Tui, green from Mrs. Bellbird, snow-white from Mrs. Woodpigeon, soft brown from Grandpa Kiwi and the fantails, bright blue from the kingfisher, and grey from the grey warbler. The riverbank adventure begins. Hutu and Kawa set off on their journey. Soon they met Mrs. Grey Duck. "Where are you going in that fine canoe?" she quacked. "We're going exploring," cried Kawa. "Be careful," warned Mrs. Duck. "Don't go too far from home." Next, they met a little elf among a shower of starry flowers. "I'm Picky, the clematis elf. Every day I polish the leaves and dust the flowers of the clematis plant." Just then, Hutu and Kawa heard a shriek of Kaka Parrot. "Kaka, Kaka, Kaka." This warned the other birds of danger. "Hide quickly," chirped a fantail. The bushhawk is coming. Here's a picture of Picky the clematis elf. Hutu and Kawa meet Picky the clematis elf on their journey. When Hutu reaches to pick a white flower growing on a creeping plant, Picky appears. Picky, wearing a green suit with a collar of white petals, carries a tiny feather broom in one hand and a cobweb duster in the other hand to polish the flowers and dust the flowers of the clematis plant every day. "Look, there is a hole in that big tree," cried Picky. Two big yellow eyes stared at them from the darkness. "Would you mind going away, please? I should like to go to sleep again," Mr. Morepork said grumpily. "I think perhaps that was an adventure," said Hutu. "Yes," said Kawa, "and it nearly led us into trouble." The next morning they went to find berries and honey when they met Blueberry, a tiny pixie in a bright blue suit. While they were gathering blueberries, dark storm clouds filled the sky. "We must get home before the rain," cried Hutu. A roll of thunder echoed through the forest. Hutu and Kawa paddled faster than ever. "We'd better go ashore and find a dry place until the storm is over," said Kawa. Hutu found a hole beneath a fallen log. Inside, Kiwi was sitting on an enormous egg. "Peep, peep, peep, peep." After a long struggle, baby Kiwi wobbled out of the shell. The rain had stopped, and Hutu and Kawa said goodbye to the Kiwi family. When they crawled outside, it was very dark and couldn't find their way back to the canoe. "We must be lost," cried Kawa. Hutu remembered Grandpa Kiwi's magic whistle. He took a deep breath and blew the magic whistle 3 times. "Bless my whiskers, I wonder what's happened to those babies," squeaked Grandpa Kiwi. He found the babies in a short time. "Grandpa Kiwi," they cried, "we're lost." In no time, Grandpa Kiwi led them to the old tree. "Oh, I'm so glad to be home again," said Kawa. "So am I," said Hutu. The Pohutukawa tree rustled a soft lullaby as the babies fell fast asleep. Thank you for listening to the story.